If I had learned this sooner in my life, I would have more money. I'd have better friends, more friends, the right friends. I'd still have some of the good friends I've lost in the past. Better opportunities. I'd be happier, healthier, etc., and have wasted a lot less time and energy along the way. And that's a lot of heady stuff, but essentially three basic truths, which is A, why am I doing this? Writing that down. B, where is it I'm trying to get to? And C, how exactly do I plan on getting there? Very, very simple plan, very, very simple kind of strategy, if you will. And for years, I didn't have any sense of that. I didn't have any sense of why I was doing what I was doing. You know, you could put that in the family bucket or in the career bucket or in the asset management bucket or in the community, who I'm hanging around bucket, friendships and so forth, house and all that, marriage. And it's important to shift from that place of inactivity or reactivity. Inactivity is just being pushed about by the winds of change or by the forces of nature, of life. You know, that's being when you're inactive, you drift and you're just pushed about by whatever forces are around you. When you're reactive, something pushes on you and you push back, and you're still not being proactive. Proactive is deciding. You decide, and then you make things happen in order to execute on what you decided. And that, I think, is part of what's beautiful about humanity is we have this ability to decide things. We have this ability to uh, have a dream or a vision. I'm going to draw a line there between dream and vision, and then to go after it. And that is one of the things that makes us profound as humans. But often we slip from the go after it or proactive mode to reactive, where we start to just bounce back and forth between what's pushing us, we push back, and then we slip one more notch into inactive. And I've seen this with family, friends, clients, communities. You see an organization slip from that. Churches, local organizations, they go from proactive to reactive to inactive. And what that is, it's entropy. It's that degrading or that constant uh, breaking down of things. And in order to be effective, we have to fight against that entropy. Now, in order to do that, first of all, you have to have a really clear sense of why are we doing the thing we're doing? You know, what is that purpose that we're doing this thing? What is the purpose that we have this family or the purpose of this job or this career or business? And then second, to say, all right, so if this is why we have this, then where exactly are we trying to get to? What does it look like if we get to that place? What does that place look like? And that is the word vision is used to describe the ultimate destination or the place where we're here but we're trying to get there. And that's the definition of a vision, very simply. And then third, okay, so if this is why and this is where, then what's our action plan? What's gonna move us meaningfully and rhythmically? Uh, what kind of routines do we need to have in order to go from here to there? And I would challenge you, and this is what I'm challenging myself to do, and this is what's moved the needle on my life, honestly, is taking the time, which is proactive, taking the time to sit quietly and write down, why am I doing this? Where am I headed? And how am I going to get there? And out of that should come some action steps. Out of that should come some behaviors or some schedules or some practical performance based events. You know, like I'm going to sell this or do this or execute on this. I'm going to have this schedule or rhythm, right? And so out of this exercise of sitting down and thinking should come some to-dos, some behavior changes. And my problem is I didn't sit down to think about these things. I didn't sit down to write them down and put them in a compelling place, and then have somebody help me by holding me accountable to those things. So if you could do that, you will shave years and years off of your frustration bank, and you will add years and years to the bounty bank, or the good stuff in your life. So hopefully it helps. We'll see you on the flip side.